Hello, my dear friends of the Monkey Mind. How are you today? Well, here is me again with my meditation challenge, and we're already at day 5. Well, technically day 6, but hey, throat chakra, chakra number 5. Here we are. We know that I'm teaching about 7 main chakras for 7 days, each about 10 minutes, and then from 8 days about chakra meditation, each about around 20 minutes. So that makes 16 days, doesn't it? Well, yes, with the first day of the introduction. So what do you think? Are you up for it? Some of the videos will be live, some will be pre-recorded. So we're now, as I said, with the 5th chakra, the throat chakra. So we're going to have a look. What does the throat chakra say about us? So come and join me. Let's balance and train our chakras. Yes. So the 5th chakra is obviously, throat chakra, about how well you communicate, your timing and your will, and also whether you feel pressured to do too much. So you feel like there's never enough time. That's also sitting up there, by the way. So yeah, how is it with you? How's your feeling on this topic? Of course, the throat chakra is also about speaking the truth, speaking your inner truth, your inner truth. So it's more important than ever to really think whatever you say, is it contributing to what is happening? Is it kind? Is it helpful? Is it true? And also, of course, is it necessary? So the 5th chakra is the first of the spiritual chakras. And I talked about it the last days, how the heart changes from from physical chakras to up to the spiritual chakras. So here it is all about speak, but of course also about listening and about expressing yourself from your higher sense of communication. It's not about talking all the time. It's also not about not saying anything. So faith and understanding combine the essence of this chakra. It's about what's right and what's wrong, and your understanding about what's right and what's wrong, if there is a right and wrong. And that is where it comes together. So if there would be a right or wrong, this is where you start getting into the knowing of what it is. And what it is actually then means there is no right or wrong. There is just is. But this is really where our sense for justice comes in, our sense for appropriateness. So it's a delicate dance in this throat chakra, a dance between right and wrong and your feelings and your expression of something. So it is also a dance between saying what you know is true and still saying kind of tactful or diplomatic. So somebody said this the other day. If somebody tells you, somebody who says mean things is a mean person, well, maybe that person is just in his or her truth, but it doesn't mean that you have to be mean. You can be kind while saying the truth. So really ask yourself, how is your relationship with your inner truth? Does it come to you easily? How are you speaking it? Are you holding back although you know it's true? You know, a lot of the time we are holding back with our truth from a place of fear, fear of not being expected, fear of being judged by others. And that is where, of course, the other 4 chakras underneath come into play. If your first chakra, your safety and security, is fine, if your happiness, joyfulness, creativity, the second one, is fine, if your self-esteem is good and you have a good relationship with power and your heart is open and you speak from a loving kindness. So if the whole process has been through the other 4 chakras, then whatever you speak will not reject the right people. So whatever you speak will then come from your truth. And if other people judge you about that, if other people reject you about your truth, if it's really your truth, then it's not your people. So ask yourself, do you want to find your people, the people with you? Then you can speak your truth. But of course, when you're expressing that, be kind and ask yourself whether it's really necessary to speak that truth. Some people are not open for that. They just don't. Just ask yourself, is it necessary in this very moment? So how you can work with that is really, for instance, few affirmations, but I personally love much more questions. So really ask yourself, if you can use this in your personal meditation. In about a week's time, we're going to meditate on that. We're doing a visualization. But you can really sit down and in silence and just ask yourself, how is my relationship with my truth? How am I influenced by others? Who do I let influence myself? Is this my truth? And one of the other things, what's also sitting in the throat chakra, is creativity. And now you may say, whoa, Sandra, you said the other day that the second chakra is creativity. Yes. The second chakra is where the idea is born, the project is born, you are born, and this whole idea is born. And this is where you express it. So this is where you bring it to life, bring it into action. So 2 and 5 actually belong together. 2 is where the idea is born, and 5 it's where it's expressed, where you express yourself, your idea, your project. So if you are holding back, so maybe it's time to work on the 5th chakra. So really ask yourself, what's my relationship with speaking and speech? What's my relationship with truth? Am I open to doing all of these things? So just in a nutshell, it's the center of communication, sound, expression of creativity via thought, speech, and writing. And because it is the place where your creativity gets expressed, the throat chakra, being the first spiritual chakra, is the possibility for change, transformation, and healing. It sits there. We always think it's all in the heart, and we're working on the heart chakra, working on the heart chakra, working on the heart chakra. And that's good, because we need an open heart. We need a kind heart. But actually, where the transformation and the change happens is once we're going out into the world and start expressing that. This is where the change happens. If it all stays in your mind, what's the use? If you have the greatest ideas and it all stays in your mind and your heart, what's the use? Bring it out into the world. Please, please, please do the world a favor and bring it out into the world. Your thoughts, your writing, all of that. The throat is also where anger is stored. So the throat is the place where you can let go of the anger finally. But I can ask you about one rule. Let go of the anger and let it go. So if you want to rant, rant once. Done. If you want to complain once. Done. Don't be a permanent complainer. And not do anything about it. This is where you can let go of the anger. Really, really let go. Say it, mean it, let it go. And then the throat chakra will be in balance again. Because when it's out of balance, you're holding back, you're feeling timid, you're quiet, you're weak. You can't express your thoughts. And when it's balanced, you're feeling balanced, centered, artistically inspired. And you may be a good speaker. So if any of this resonated with you, this is a very important point to work on for many reasons. And I hope I laid out a lot of them to you. So do the world a favor and bring all of your projects, all of your thoughts, all of your writing out. Express yourself, like Madonna said back then. Express yourself. in your way, with your truth. And there doesn't need to be anybody else's truth because it's yours. There are some general truths, and everything else, your truth, is your truth. And it might be not somebody else's truth. We see that now every day on so many levels. But that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about what is true for you and to you. And this is a place where you can find it. Oh, the color is blue, by the way, as a right. Yes. I hope you have a lovely day, and I hope the cast doesn't disturb too much. Whatever sounds there are, there are. Have a lovely day. And see you again tomorrow for the Brow Chakra. Wow, let's see what that second chakra of spirit has in store for you. I see you tomorrow. Bye.